oh my gosh, like we've come from so far and I've done so much work to get here.
I'm gonna be on the Shnaks vlog!
Guys, good morning.
Yeah.
This is day one.
Day one, here we go.
I put 4K so that maybe the camera can hide our problems, so like how we actually like look and feel.
The yawning, let's try not to yawn.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna try not to yawn, but like we've just been talking about how it's so early. We persevere with cushion, right? And it's really pretty this early in the morning. And we'll give each other energy. I feel like that's one thing about set life. Like,
no, everyone feeds off
I get my energy from you, and because we're in the same struggle, we encourage each other, and that's the fun of it. Because when I left my house, I was grumpy. I was so grumpy, so grumpy. I was like, why am I doing this?
Right.
But now I'm like, maybe there's a reason. What time is it? It's like what?
It is 7:04.
7:04.
We're late.
We're late.
Time was at 7.
But let's see. Anyway, but no, guys, I think our set is well organized and well disciplined, so we're going to find everyone there, everyone that needs to be there. And
let's be the late one.
Exactly. We hope we're the last ones. But yeah, after I really like your colors today. They're going with the sun, all of that.
Something has to give.
Something has to give, guys. I'm gonna do my edges and look a bit
a
bit more presentable. It's day one of shooting. That's what I was trying to show y'all. The sun is looking good and beautiful. But yeah, it's day one. I'm here outside the location, waiting to be let in. I want to give you guys a little house tour of how things are going, how setup is going, and yeah, just how things are looking at the moment. It's a 4-bedroomed house. This is the first bedroom. Shari and I are sharing a room, obviously. So some of us are staying over just like to keep the place and keep the property, because like a lot of equipment is gonna be here and stuff. And then this is the second bedroom. Higa, the DOP, is probably staying there. This is the third bedroom. And it's currently being set up. It's the bedroom that we're going to shoot in. So we're shooting in one bedroom. And so that's Sasha's bedroom. Like when you finally watch the movie and you find out who Sasha is, or if you've read stuff about the movie, you'll know who Sasha is. That's her bedroom. This is the beautiful dining room, and then the living room. This is the 4th bedroom, and that's more city. Say hi. And Afsa. You guys have seen Afsa like so much in this vlog, but yeah, she's actually the star of the show, clearly. But Mositi, do you want to introduce yourself for the vlog?
Hi. I'm Wasiti. I'm makeup artist, and I go by Gramis Milaki on Instagram. Hi guys.
Follow her.
That is makeup artist in the grind. Call her to do makeup for all your film sets, guys, and for all your everything actually. All your shoots.
Beauty needs.
All your beauty needs. She got you. Look at yeah. But basically, guys, that is the cutest house, and I want to show you the bathroom actually. The bathroom in this room. How cute. It's the finishings for me. It's the finishings for me.
I'm gonna be on the Shnaks vlog!
Could you you tell the people what you're doing on set and like, yeah.
I'm gonna be vlogging for Shnaks. I'm gonna be the behind the scenes cameraman.
Yeah.
Camera woman today. Gender is a construct. I'm gonna be doing the little
Slating.
Okay, action. Okay, I'm not gonna say action, but I'm gonna be like, scene 1, take 1.
And what are you looking forward to most? Like,
Honestly, I'm just really excited to be in a space with other creatives. It's been a while since I've been around like a whole bunch of Actually, I am around African creatives, but it's been a while since I've been like in a full space of African creatives, and I'm really excited to just see everybody's magic come together. It's been really cool. I'm like super excited.
yay! Oh my God. This is our superstar's fast reaction to her house.
Oh my. I love this bed.
Guys, this is me bed.
It's giving me vibes to actually do what I'm supposed to.
Yeah. Have you seen your bathroom, girl? Have you seen your bathroom, please?
Oh my god. Whoever actually did these rooms is
A superstar.
oh wow. I don't know how to define it.
Yeah. So it's quite a bit a lot.
Oh my god, I'm still processing. This is cute.
It is.
Holding it here and healing it. Yeah, definitely. You asking me? Martina, which color of nails should Tracy put?
Introduce yourself to the people. Tell them what you're doing here.
Afsa calls me an unskilled laborer.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tend to my fellow unskilled laborer, as you can see.
You're here for the vibes.
And the frankfurters, the food, you know. So we are here to give people life. Our family dreams, loves, works, you know.
But say what's up to the camera.
Hi, my name is Martina. I'm the production design assistant.
Nice. How's it been going so far?
It's been exciting, not exhausting as I thought it would.
Really? Nice.
The excitement has been.
Adrenaline, yeah. Nice.
This is really fun. I can see why people would do this as a career.
Yeah.
Watch out for Ola Productions.
I love it.
But yeah, it's been a good time.
It's pink white, let's say there's other colors. It's going to give off another.
But if it's pink, then it's pink.
It will.
Right.
How does it feel to be beginning shooting?
Day 1! I'm actually very excited, which I didn't think I would be. I'm usually nervous and anxious. I'm so excited, which is a good thing.
Yes, it means you're in the right place, doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing.
Have you seen that thing outside? You're exactly where you need to be.
And you're exactly where you need to be.
Ika, how come they're not on the other chairs? Because what are we going to do when she's in the kitchen? For it to feel like Helen is as across her as possible. You know what I mean? It's a wrap on day 1. So set, what was set like? Set was such a wholesome experience. Like, I didn't think it was possible for like shooting and production to go as well as it did. And I definitely think that's because of the team that we had. Like, everyone was just putting in the work, but also everyone had great energy. Everyone was passionate about what they were doing. Everyone wanted to get the best out of their work. Yeah, and everyone just brought the vibes and the energy and the professionalism. Like, it was just so great. I genuinely don't have anything bad to say about set. Maybe except that I fell sick. I got a really bad cold on the second day, but like the moment I felt my throat doing that tingling thing, I just started pumping myself with medication. Do not recommend, but like, you know, vitamin C, flu caps, Panadol, whatever, tea. Like, I was just like, I can't crash now. And this was only like on the second day. We were on set for 3 days, so this was just the second and third day, and I pushed through and we were fine. I took as many naps as I could, but set was great. I genuinely don't have a lot to say because it was just really amazing. I remember that as soon as I got home, I guess it was like separation anxiety because I'm dramatic like that, but also just feeling so much gratitude and fulfillment, but also just knowing like, oh my gosh, like we've come from so far and I've done so much work to get here. I literally just walked straight to my bed and lay down and just started crying. So it was definitely a wholesome and great experience. Advice that I would give looking back, I think the first thing that I would say is, if you think you can shoot your film in 3 days, make it 4. If you think you can shoot your film in 1 week, make it 8 days. You think you can, like, just always add and leave room for extra, and create room to not suffocate your team and your actors and actresses, especially with cramming too many scenes in 1 day, particularly for the actresses or actors. Like, it takes a lot out of them to do certain scenes, so also pay attention to like, can they do these 3 heavy scenes in 1 day? But definitely add an extra day, because I think for me, one of the reasons that I was so happy on set and that I felt that things went well was because we only had to kind of rush a bit on the last day because we didn't have the space for the whole day. But other than that, I did not feel a rush. I didn't have to cut scenes out because of time. You know, I didn't have to make certain scenes less important than others. I feel like we were able to do like a diligent job with everything and get quality out of everything. So I would say that yeah, just give yourself enough time. And I know it costs money usually, but I think it's worth that money. Find that money. The other thing I would say is, for bigger scenes or heavier scenes that include a lot of movement and include, maybe, because my film was mostly 2 actresses, except for a chunk of it where there was now like 6 people on set and there was a lot of movement, and we did not block those scenes or try to rehearse the movement prior to being on set. And I would say definitely block and rehearse, because you will find that a lot of things start changing. And I got confused, which means my team got confused and my actresses got slightly confused. And then we had to like build back up from there and remind ourselves, no, this is the backstory, this is the motive here, this is the that. And so that's something I would definitely say is, if you have the access or advantage of being able to block prior to being on set, please do it. And the last thing I would say is listen to your voice. This is for anyone who is going to be a director on a set. Listen to your voice, because it's great to have a team that can advise you and that can suggest things, but sometimes you just need to block everything out and listen to your voice and trust that you have been trusted to bring the story to life, right? And to lead this team. And sometimes you need to kind of zone in on that, because yeah, just too many cooks in the kitchen is not always a great thing. What was my favorite thing on set? My favorite thing about being on this set was just being able and being intentional with Afsa about cultivating a space that people would enjoy working in, and cultivating a space where we had early mornings, and for people to show up in the morning at 6, at 7 to such a far location and actually want to be there. I felt good about that. I felt like, you know, we've created a space that isn't toxic, that people don't hate, that people actually want to come to. And I think that's so important, to create that kind of work environment, but also to create that relationship with the people you're working with as a leader, because that just makes all that technical stuff so easy. You know, all the actual filmmaking and work becomes so easy, because you've kind of shown these people that you value them, and you value their work, and you value their well-being. I might be a jazz in guys, I like that set was fake. But that's I think how I feel about set. Yeah.
Day 2 is upon us.
So this is our motif. I feel like we're going to see, or you're going to see Popo appearing a lot A lot. This looks like mango though. But you know what, guys? It's boring. On the camera, on here, it looks like mango. Here, when I'm looking at it here, this is definitely cool. Have you spoken to the vlog yet and introduced yourself? Who are you?
I'm Nami.
Yeah.
I will be the script supervisor.
Because I just realized I have one born. I'm so sorry about that.
Here on that
Yeah. That'd be life sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, you are the
script supervisor.
And what does that mean?
It means I'm in charge of making sure everything goes according to the script. Any changes made, I note down while we're shooting continuity.
Yeah.
Just all the small details I'm in charge of.
She's the eyes. She's the eyes behind the script to make sure that things make sense and the story actually at the end of the day makes a lot of sense. I want to show you guys like this cool setup of the set and what's happening. So yeah, when you guys see the final thing, you'll be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This is a dolly, and this is the crew setting it up. Looks like they're like doing some measurement things. Emma, can you tell the camera what you're measuring? I'm serious.
Yes, don't laugh.
Tell them.
When you're doing the tracks, you need to get it level. You see, so if it's like off, you need to make sure it's in the middle.
Yeah.
Because then that way, the dolly will just be moving.
Smooth. Okay, so these are the tracks for the dolly, right? Okay.
Like when you see cameras moving smoothly.
You just tell them what you do. What you're doing on this set.
Okay, so I am
Your name and what you do.
the light guy.
He's a light guy, but then what are you doing? Is this light? Is this light?
Okay, so lighting and grip go hand in hand. This is grip.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. And your name?
Emmanuel Bishop.
Nice.
We are not going to be hostages in our own house.
Cut.
What if we handle the movement is different?
You want one more take?
Let's do one.
I think let's do one more. Okay, let's do one more.
Just for safety.
Okay, one for safety.
It's just what I've had. One more time, I need you to be a bit more shy. Action!
At my old church, women were actually encouraged to, touch themselves. I mean, you can't know what spices to add if you've not tested the food yourself. Not that I cook, it's just what I've had.
And cut! That's a wrap for day 2!
I also love that the set is calm. I've been on a set that's not film,
yeah,
but the tension, oh my god,
so
like,
much.
Even the crew that's filming feels like let's just finish and get
And get out of here.
It's calm, it's nice, it's like,
Yay!
I think you can tell when it's a women-led initiative. So kudos to all the fun pots today. It was nice. It was really nice.
Thank you for coming.
I like that the characters are dope. They are embodying the character very well. Sasha, you did really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I missed the morning scene there.
She
Wasn't she here?
No.
She was. Because she arrived and I told her.
Oh, that
yes,
kitchen.
we're doing my favorite
I was
scene.
here. I was here.
Did you
That's
support the
nice.
box in her element?
So you rolling your eyes at your mother.
At your mother. Are you
No, but
leaving
I'm
now?
glad. I'm glad that I came.
I'm very happy you're here.
Thank you.
Our dear DOP. Are you alive or what?
Barely.
Barely breathing.
Barely.
Are you moving footage?
Hi guys. I now just wanted to speak to my experience on set, or what I did to prepare to work as a stills photographer on set. So my role involved capturing behind the scenes footage and still shots basically of the film, and like the dynamics in the film and different things that were happening within like different relationships, basically showcasing the things that people speak about, the different themes. So I think something that I always or tried to have at the back of my mind as much as possible was the themes of the film. And these themes ranged from mother-daughter relationships, which was like, I think, my personal favorite. It's just a really interesting thing to explore. Hashtag everything everywhere all at once. Then sexual desire, religion, womanhood. There were so many things that I tried to keep in mind even as I captured these stills, to make sure that like there was some emotion that was conveyed in the images. So as I prepared for like working as a stills photographer on this set, I think it was my second time working on set as a stills photographer, and the thing that I think I wanted to do the most was prepare for my mind to get tired. Because as you have seen from the footage, I think we underestimate how much mental energy, how much physical energy. Some of us had sprained ankles the week before, but how much physical and mental energy it takes to actually show up on set and be there consistently. I think there are some people who fell sick at the end of the 3 days, but it was just like because we had all exerted ourselves so much for such long periods of time that our bodies were not used to, unless that is you're in set like day in, day out. So coming in from working on my first film set, which was about 2 years ago, I wanted to keep that in mind and prepare my body and prepare my mind for when it would get tired, to allow me to still do my job and still leave a particular scene where I'm like, oh, I'm comfortable with the shots I've got, I feel like I've captured it adequately and all of that. So what I did to prepare for this was having shooting notes again. As you've seen in my pre-production shoot, I did shooting notes for that, and then I had shooting notes for my actual on-set shots. So I used the shot list that Hagar, the DP, and Shari, the director, sat down and came up with as a benchmark for my shooting notes. So I went to their scene-by-scene plan, and I was like, based on that scene-by-scene plan, what shots do I definitely want to leave the set having? That's not all I captured. So obviously, like, I was on set and I would see something that I enjoyed or something that looked visually interesting and I would capture it. But the shooting notes allowed me to not forget, or if my brain was tired and I couldn't recall and I was like, oh, there's nothing else to shoot, or I'm done with shooting, I would refer to my notes and then just be like, how can I explore this in this setting? What are things that would be interesting to convey, or what are things that I really wanted to get that I've not yet gotten? So the notes were just reminders for me on set. There were also really interesting concepts in the short list. So yeah, in the short list that I saw for the first time, like breaking the fourth wall was something that I think I don't think I had obviously experienced in film before, but I had never understood or known the name of the concept. So the show, after like seeing it in the short list, I was like, oh, what is this? So I went and read up about it a bit, and I think the way the film does it is like, it's really nice. I think also this film is really funny. Like, above everything, it's gonna make you laugh. Like, you're definitely gonna laugh. Like, there's little innuendos and things that like, they're just wow. And the actors and the actresses, the people who brought them to life, I think were perfect, and they did their jobs really well. So that the breaking the fourth wall, and I think so with concepts like that, I thought about how I could speak to the direct relationship that these characters, who were the church women in this instance, were having with the audience. I mean, you, the viewer, who is consuming or who is seeing the film. But there were certain portraits I got that where they were looking directly in the camera. These were portraits where they were basically in character, but they didn't really. This was the side of their character that they hadn't necessarily shown in their conversation, but I wanted to bring out in their images. So I told them, show me with their facial expressions what they were actually feeling when they made certain comments from conversations in the script and things like that. So I found that really fun. I think the last thing that I wanted to speak to was color and color grading. I think probably my favorite part of photography is editing. I could spend hours on editing. I love colors. That's why I think even like music videos and like cinematography, and yeah, being a DP is, I think, a really interesting like role on set. I think that being able to manipulate mood and like tone and people's perception of different scenes through color is just wow. Now watching TV in 2022, I say this like I've been watching TV for years, but like it's nice to see film that has black people colored in such beautiful ways, or like music videos that have black people colored in beautiful ways. Some of the references I used for my color grading references in my shooting notes were Pause, a favorite, an absolute favorite show, and the new Adekunle 5-star video. I really enjoyed the way color, for Pause, the way why I picked it is just because of the pinks and the purples and those kind of that color scheme, because I thought that was a running theme in even like the color palette that Shari had suggested, like, or presented or shared with me originally, and the theme of the film, like how the pre-production shoot had gone. And I just liked the way there was this sort of like vibrancy and pause that I really enjoyed, and I wanted to see how I could like play around with that. I think Sasha's room and the colors in Sasha's room and her bedroom in the first scene speak really well to that, and I'm excited for that particular part. Then on the AG Star video, why it was a good reference, why I used it as one of my references, was just because of the way black skin looked like in that video. So I liked how it looked like guys had Vaselined themselves. I don't know how else to explain it, but it just looks like people are well moisturized, and they look like, yeah, they look rich. Their melanin was popping. The melanin was popping severely, and you could see that. And I was like, oh, it was really beautiful. So yeah, those were the two references I used. I'm really excited to like delve into post-production and actually like unpack the things that I saw on set, and as I said before, see how these things are gonna change, because I'm not expecting the references I had to be exactly how my images do turn out, but I'm excited to see how they turn out. Unpaid labor, that's what it is.
I'm sorry, I'm the vibe, I'm the life, I am the sunshine.
I love it.
You guys are still kind of like, you're not whispering to each other about everything that just happened. Also about right? Until the point where he's like, this is beautiful, and he tries to talk to you guys. That's where we start to deliver the lights. Does that sound good?
Let's do a dry run. I'll call action and you guys will begin. I feel like the energy level and like whether it's anger, tension level should be super close to, kind of close to the kitchen energy. So that when we move to the kitchen energy kind of makes sense how you reach there.
How has your day on set been?
It was difficult at the beginning. I couldn't remember my lines, my one line, and yeah, because I'm not like as experienced as these guys, so it was very daunting, I guess. Yeah, but they're really cool people, so.
How has your experience on set, like, has this been your first time on set?
I think so, yeah, because I'm used to like doing more music stuff, which is less. I mean, there's still a bit of acting, but like there's like 20 people in the room, and it's like, yeah. So it's been interesting. I think a learning experience. I would love to do it again, which is why I'm begging my producer, Afsa, my manager, and
a manager.
Tell me your dreams and then make them come true.
That's Afsa's job, guys. That's Afsa's job. What were you doing on set today?
I'm the Helen's boyfriend. Because, yeah, she's older than I am. So.
And what do you feel about the story? Like, what are your thoughts on the story?
I think the story is interesting. It's a real life thing. It happens, and I think that's what I enjoyed about it. It's not like, not that it's not made up, but it's kind of not made up. It's like it's there. It relates to a lot of people. Yeah, I totally relate to John, as you can see. Like, fitting in.
Fit check.
What's up? Bling bling.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
I can't wait to watch the final thing.
One thing about me, guy, he shows up and shows out. Thanks to our boss, Afsa. Afsa, yo. I'm saying thanks to you. We always have yummy food.